welcome to Worth the War. My name is Kimmy. We're rethinking how to approach love and relationship and helping people avoid abuse. Today our topic is how to know when you're ready for a relationship. The purpose of this video is to give you a very short and concise list that will help you identify if your life and you are ready for a healthy relationship. It doesn't matter if you've never had one before or you've left one that has been difficult or has been hard to get over. No matter where it is you're coming from, the questions are still going to be the same. The first question we have to ask ourselves before any major life change is, how healthy are we in the life that we're living right now? One of our central goals here at Worth the War is to prepare people for healthy love and relationship and to help them identify abusive people and abusive relationships. In order to do that, we have to have a solid baseline of a life. We have to be sure where we're going. We have to be satisfied with the relationships that we do have. If we live our lives kind of limping along, thinking that we're not complete unless we have someone else to come along and help us achieve our dreams, we're probably not in the place to start a relationship. One of the most direct ways to answer this is to ask yourself a simple question. Do I have a full life on my own? If the answer to that is not an unqualified yes, you are probably not ready for a dating or love relationship. If you've never had somebody else in your life in terms of a partnership before, then the important thing is to know that you're happy in your own relationship with yourself, the way things are going, but that the idea is that you would like to have somebody to share that life with. Now, if you're coming from a relationship, whether it was healthy and it just didn't work out or is extremely unhealthy or even abusive, it's important to realize that you have to take the time to ask yourself, am I fully healed? In other words, are we looking for something that's the opposite of what we had? Are we looking for somebody who looks different or acts different or has different kind of family? What were the things that caused the breakup? And are we just trying to find something to fill in the holes of what happened? If we are in that space, we're not ready for another relationship because we're still coloring everything with the last one. If we are bitter, if we're salty, if our idea of filling a hole is what drives us to a new relationship, we can be sure that we'll ruin anything that we enter into because it won't really be the person that we're interested in. It'll just be what we're not interested in. And we may actually miss all the beautiful things about them because we're so busy trying to fill in the holes of what happened to the last relationship. So if we want to start things on a good, even keel, we need to be sure that we are ready, that we are free from the things that drove us into and out of the last relationship. And we have a clean slate when it comes to love. We've removed two of the major roadblocks to being able to have a healthy relationship. We have shown that we can have a life on our own and we're happy and we don't need to fill holes in our lives to be happy. We've also been able to push to the side any fears that we're not healed from our last relationship or we're just trying to find an opposite path. Now, let's talk about some things we can look at to know that not only are we not going to be stopped on the way to a relationship, but we're actually ready to build one. If you're determining if you're ready for a relationship, it's really important that you're able to clearly describe exactly what it is you're looking for. It is really cruel to bring somebody in and spend time with them if you yourself don't even know what you're looking for. There's a Grand Canyon of difference between someone who's looking for someone for a couple dinner dates or someone that possibly could be someone they would want to build a life with. In between those two spaces, there's going to be people entering into your life in complete and utter confusion. So be able to verbalize exactly what you want. It's better to undershoot and say, I'm just looking for someone to spend time with than it ever is to let them wonder if maybe you're looking for someone to build a life with, and that's what they would like to do as well. A second indicator of being ready to build a relationship is you are excited about the idea of bringing somebody else into your life that you will consider in your major decisions. If when you think about a relationship, you don't realize that that will also give that person a voice on future jobs, school options, where you might want to move, how to spend your free time, from the very smallest decisions to the very largest ones. If they're going to be more than just someone you spend time with and have dinner with, they're going to have a voice in your life. And are you ready for that? Is that exciting to you? Or does that sound like kind of a drag that you would be willing to put up with? When we're ready for a healthy relationship, we're ready to share the decision making of our lives. If that hasn't crossed your mind yet, it's time that it did. A fourth way that you can know that you're ready for a healthy relationship is that you know what your boundaries are and you can communicate them clearly. It doesn't matter what area of a relationship it is. It may be the way that you argue or communicate. It may be sexual or physical boundaries. It may be financial. Whatever kind of boundaries there are that make you feel safe, you need to be able to make those very clear to someone. It's also important that they're respected. If someone doesn't respect your boundaries, even in the small things, they're unlikely to respect them in the bigger things. So you have to know what yours are and respect them. You need to know what other people's are. If they can't verbalize what theirs are, that's also a problem. The last and fifth question that you can ask yourself to see if you're ready for a relationship is, are you ready to be left and are you ready to be rejected? If the answer to both of those or one of those is no, then you're not ready to go out in the dating world. world. We know the dating world is a pretty savage place. You might find somebody extremely attractive and really healthy and excited to build a life with them, and they may feel the exact opposite, and there's nothing we can do about that. So you have to know the value you bring to a relationship. You have to know what you have to offer, and if someone else doesn't see it, they can't overwrite that value. And if you're not in a place to do that yet, you may not be ready to head out into the dating world. We've looked at 2 ways that you can know for sure that you're not ready for love, 2 roadblocks. And then we've looked at 5 questions that will help us determine our level of readiness and also give us an idea of some areas that we can get stronger in so we can pursue a love relationship in a healthier way. Here at Worth the War, we are all about preparing people for love and healthy relationships. We also want to help people identify and avoid abuse. If you have found anything here helpful, please press the subscribe button below. We'd love to have you join our community. We're determined to raise our voices for healthy love and relationship, even when some of the forces of culture are working against us. We can't do it alone. We'd love to have you join us. Thanks for taking the time to be here, and enjoy the rest of your day.